All right, so we are back with the CRT here. And guess what? I got an adapter for it. So it works with consoles. Also, I got a new tripod. One that I can actually sit on the ground. Because as you can see in the TV's reflection, I ain't holding a camera. I can move around freely if I want. And the camera will stay right there. So hopefully I can record some better stuff because, hold on, I'll get it. This is what I had before, just this. So that's not great. I mean, it's fine for a lot of the desk stuff and the smaller stuff like iPods or iPhones, stuff like that. But for stuff like this, I like to have a tripod. And with the tripod, I can move it around too, of course. But like I said, here is the CRT. And like I said, yes, it is set up. And I've also moved it here to my little, retro corner, I guess. Yeah, you can see, this is the TV I was playing GameCube on before. And it's not bad. It's actually got composite and component as standard inputs, which is really nice for consoles like the PS2 here, which the PS2 I do run on component. And I had a GameCube here, but it wasn't mine, so I had to return it. Yeah, but now there's a Wii there and a GameCube controller. And I've been enjoying it, not on this TV, but on the CRT. And, yeah, of course, that's really fun and all. But, honestly, once I set it up, I kind of realized something. I actually have beaten the games I want to beat on GameCube on the other TV. So I haven't used the CRT much. But as you can see here, we have some fun game selections like Gale of Darkness. Hooray! Again, these aren't mine. I'm borrowing them from a friend. So, yeah. And Double Dash. And then, this one's not for the CRT, but Sonic Heroes, because that was one of the first video games I ever played. Oh, I'm Gen Z, alright? Anyways, here's the CRT. It looks great. You can see above here my Nixie tube clock, which I really love. Oh, I love Nixie tubes. But, yeah, above that, you can see where the 3rd gen iPod goes. Dedicated corner. And, yeah, it looks quite cool. Anyways, let's get talking about this CRT, shall we? It, as if you didn't watch my last video, this is a GE Spacemaker model 7690-A, I believe. And it is a 9-inch CRT, meant primarily for small spaces or, conversion bands or RVs. You would put this there, and it comes with a sunscreen, which is behind the TV right now. I'm not going to grab it because, well, you know what? For educational purposes, I'll do it. Boom. Sunscreen here, and that goes right over. Oh, well, you can see there. It says color television with FM, AM radio. And that just clicks right on just like that. Oh, well, yeah. Just like that. And then you can see it has a sunscreen, which is supposed to reduce glare. But honestly, I don't use it because it's a little scratched up. And this is an environment with a lot of glare. As you can see in the reflection actually there, my 2 windows are directly behind. So, I mean, you do get glare and stuff, but honestly, I prefer the experience, even with the sunscreen. I prefer not having the sunscreen, I should say. So, yeah, that's that. So, yes, CRT TV, 9 inches, has a sunscreen, and like it said on the thing, FM, AM radio. But unfortunately, that did not survive the operation. And it's not because of the reason you think. I didn't kill it, and it actually still potentially could work. But the thing with this CRT TV, and the reason I'm having to make an update video on it, is because it needed an adapter. It needed an RF modulator to be able to hook any consoles up to it, because the only I/O on this thing is an antenna, like a coax port, which, as you know, no game console uses. So I had to get an RF modulator so I could convert it. And let me tell you, man, is it great now. So without further ado, let's power this thing on. And once again, this controller here for the TV, or remote rather. Let me see if I can pop this bad boy open. It's proven difficult the last couple times I've done it, so I don't know if it's gonna come off today or not. There we go. The batteries like to just pop right out. But speaking of the batteries, there you go. Energizers from who knows when, because I found this in my parents' house, this TV and remote, they said that they pretty much haven't used the TV since they bought the house. So, yeah. So yeah, that's that. But the good news is, the batteries still work. They don't build batteries like they used to, I'll tell you what. I'll go ahead and zoom in here, move the camera slightly over. I don't have a way to capture this, unfortunately, properly, so this is going to have to be the setup. Where did I just put there it is. I'll go ahead and turn the Wii on, and you can see it in all its glory. There you go. And you can go ahead and listen to the speaker. Ignore the visual stuff you're seeing on screen right now, if you are. I don't know how YouTube's going to compress it, but the big, like, square thing slowly rising, that's not there on my end. That's just kind of a thing with the camera versus the refresh rate of the TV, and it being a CRT and all that. Just trust that it looks pretty good on my end. So, what does this thing look like on here? Well, first of all, I was going for a very classic look of, you know, CRT. Back in the olden days, you had CRTs at this stuff. Wii was kind of on the later end of the whole CRT gaming stuff. I understand that. We do have GameCube games though, and yeah. Let's go ahead and put one of those in instead of Wii Sports. Alright, so I've got a GameCube disc loaded in now, because GameCube, a little more appropriate of a time than the Wii was with CRTs. But luckily, the Wii can play GameCube games. And unfortunately, I'll actually go ahead and mute the volume here. There. Unfortunately, one of the downsides to this CRT in particular, you might be able to see on the video. I'm going to let the title sequence here play out, and then get into, you know, the intro that every game has, where it just shows you gameplay, stuff like that. And you'll probably be able to see one of the apparent issues with the CRT. But I should mention that the issue that's on Gale of Darkness, for some reason, is only been on Gale of Darkness so far. I haven't really tried this TV out with much yet, because honestly I haven't had it set up for that long. But as far as I know, Gale of Darkness is the only game that this visual artifact happens on. So as we're waiting for this, we can talk a little bit about the image quality in general. It looks good. I'm unsure of the resolution of this TV. I know it's low, but oh, you saw it there for a second. You can see it's up at the top portion of the screen, right around here, going all the way across the screen. You can see it there, yes. Those lines, I don't know what that's about. I don't know how to fix it. I would love for someone to comment on how to fix it. I'll stand in front of the windows so I can block the glare out as much as possible. But you can see at the top of the CRT, there's a visual artifact of some sort. I'm not sure what it is or how to fix it, but it is there nonetheless. And like I said, it's only really on this game. For some reason, if I put in like Double Dash, it isn't there. But in terms of image quality, you can see it's actually pretty good. I haven't done any calibration testing on this thing yet. Honestly, I'm not really sure what to do for that, because I know there's a way to, but I'm so new to the CRT scene that I don't know all the ins and outs of it yet. But anyways, yeah, you can see it looks pretty good. Not sure of the resolution. It's pretty low. It's an old CRT from the 90s, early 90s at that. And yeah, just look at it. It looks great. I know one of the things with CRTs is sometimes around the like edges and stuff down here, if you look really close, you'll be able to see where the colored pixels are slightly offset, which I can't remember what the term is called for that, but I know that that's a bad thing and that can be like tuned out, because they're all supposed to be in line, obviously, but sometimes near the edges and stuff they can kind of separate a little bit while still being pretty together in the center. And I know that this TV here isn't great for that. Go ahead and hit the A button here, and I'll try and zoom in so you can see. Yeah, I don't know if that really gives you a good view of it or not, but yeah, a lot of you CRT pros will know better than I would about that stuff. I just know that I'm happy with my CRT TV. It looks great. It really does look great to me. It is just what I wanted in terms of the old CRT experience. And we can go ahead and put in a more bright game, and we'll see the colors. Okay, so now we got our next game in, which of course is Double Dash, because you saw it sitting there. And yeah, you can see the colors now. And also you can see that the visual artifact up here is completely gone. I don't know. I genuinely don't know. I really don't. One thing with this game, however, is you can see that there's a little blank space down here. I don't know if I'm representing that well on camera, but it's a little blank down there. The game's seeming to be a little offset from the screen. So this TV definitely has its quirks for a bunch of things. But no matter, I still have a great time on it. And I'm glad to be in at least a little bit of the CRT scene. Hopefully I can learn more about this stuff, because I genuinely do think the technology is really cool. And of course, I was alive back when we had CRTs all over the house and not a single LCD screen or plasma. We never had a plasma TV. I really want to get my hands on one of those. But yeah, I'll stick with what I got for now. But anyways, yes. Oh, wait, this one gives you a really good view of the offset in the pixels. So you can see like the Mario Kart T at the end there. The red pixels are all shifted off to the right. Yes. And that's not good. Or to the left rather, sorry. Because on the white especially, you can see the reds are shifted off to the right, and the blues are shifted off to the reds are shifted off to the left, blues are shifted off to the right. So, you can see that. But yeah, I like my little CRT TV. I don't plan to replace it with a bigger one or anything, because I'm not like super into it like that. I'm definitely not going to go buy a PWM, what was it called? That really big one that Shank Mods has. I'm not going to go buy one of those. It's PWM 4300, I think. I don't know. That's the video that kind of got me interested in CRTs and stuff like that, and just wondering, hey, do I have one of those around? So yeah, go watch that video if you haven't. It's amazing. I genuinely think it's just one of the best videos on YouTube, period. Like, all time. Even if you're not into technology or anything, it's great. But yeah, that's a little taste of my world. And one more thing before I go, I can show you now that the antenna is not being plugged in means I don't have any radio anymore. But yeah, as I was saying before my phone ran out of storage, that'll pretty much do it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it, because I sure did. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, because I love reading the comments. I really do. It's fun to see people interacting and be able to talk to you guys. But anyways, that'll pretty much do it for me. See ya!